Hi everyone. Today I will be presenting insights to guide Bharat Herald's survival in a post-COVID era. In this, I will take you through the journey of Bharat Herald, a 70-year-old legacy newspaper, and how we can move from brink of decline to a sustainable future in the digital era. This is not about just numbers and charts. It's about survival, adaptation, and rediscovering our strength in the changed world. So, first of all, we are going to discuss COVID-19's impact on print media. When pandemic hit in 2020, the print industry was among the hardest hit. Half of the companies lost almost all of their business and advertising revenue had dried up. More than 80% of it vanished, and for us, most visible blow was circulation. Lockdown means papers couldn't reach home. This crisis didn't just expose our vulnerabilities but also accelerated the shift to digital consumption. So, what are the adaptation strategies adopted by Indian print media? Across India, many newspapers moved quickly. Some actually launched mobile first apps and other uh, delivered to delivered PDFs through WhatsApp, and some handled bundled digital subscription with value added services. One of the biggest adaptation was a content strategy shift. The focus of print media shift towards the health related content and updates about COVID 19. We will remember that when we look at that news at all the time, it will be about COVID 19. It was actually an adaptation strategy adopted by Indian media. So these quick pivots help them hold to both on readers and advertisers. But Bharat Herald was slower. That's why we started a losing ground. This led us to our problem statement. Here we stand today. Our circulation had dropped from 1.2 million daily copies in 2019 to less than 5,60,000 in 2024. Our competitors like Digi Hindi Post, Newzilla, and InShore had moved aggressively into digital world. But our own paper pilot in 2021 failed. It's mainly due to poor usability on mobile, high bounce rate, and eventually losses that forced us to shelve it. The consequences were severe. The advertisers lost their faith, vendors went unpaid, bureaus were closed, and over 60 employees were let go. An internal audit was flagged about more major vital concerns, and in short, we are at an existential point. The question is no longer if we should transform, but how fast and how well. So, the next big question before is that what should Bharat Herald do to not just survive but thrive in new era? The answer is here we are going to quantify what went wrong, identify the recovery potential, and recommend a phased roadmap toward the digital transformation. So, then we are going through the analysis, and here we can start with some numbers. We can see that from 2019 to 2024, our ad revenue had dropped about 5.6%. The circulation fell by nearly 25%. And here is an interesting part. The digital pilot proved that there is an audience demand. For example, the WhatsApp PDF push got highest engagement that shows people are open to our content and it is delivered in the right mobile friendly way. So, also, our analysis shows efficient platforms are actually cheaper per user and or meaning the digital can reduce the cost even as it expands the reach. So, now we are going to look at city-wise circulation, which we can see that Jaipur tops the chart with the highest net circulation, but also the highest wastage. So on paper it looks good, but profitability is weak. So Lucknow and Ranchi are at bottom, but struggling, but with very low circulation. But interestingly, Patna is a unique. While not large, while not largest in circulation, it consistently leads in ad revenue. Message is clear. High circulation alone does not guarantee profitability. Advertiser value influence, not just in bulk numbers. So now we are going to compare 2019 and 2024 uh, printed copies and circulated copies. And we can see the widening gap. By 2024, it is almost about 10% printed copies not even reaching the readers. That's pure waste. And the sharpest drop, happened during the COVID years. And even after restrictions lifted, the recovery has been weak. The takeaway is that print dependency is bleeding us. It's expensive, insufficient, inefficient, and is shrinking. But we can see that here the pattern is same, but the decline is clear. The print scale is shrinking, advertiser confidence shifting, and digital shift is urgent to protect revenues and regain tier one markets. Now we are going to analyze the print waste. Chart here focuses just on waste. From 2019 onwards, the print waste had highly risen, now hovering off over above 10%. Imagine be printing 100 copies and knowing that 10 of them are going directly to the bin. And that's money. That's money spent on paper, ink, and distribution with zero return. So that's not sustainable. We can see that print model is increasingly inefficient, eating into cost. And now we are going to discuss ad revenue by category. The revenue breakdown is actually striking. We can see that almost 60% of our ad come from just two categories, government and real estate. The automobile and FMG, all of them are tiny in comparison to these two. The dangerous is here is actually dangerous. The dependence here is actually dangerous. If government or real estate spending fails, our revenue will collapse. City level ad revenue performance. Here is where it gets very interesting. Let's compare three dimensions here: net circulation, digital downloads, and ad revenue. Patna, it's not our highest circulation city, but it has strong downloads and higher ad revenue. Advertisers clearly see Patna as a valuable, engaged market. Jaipur, as we can see, that has the highest circulation, but much of it is pasted. Digital downloads are weaker and revenues don't grow, showing us that bulk print without digital engagement doesn't impress us advertisers anymore. Lucknow and Ranchi has low circulation, limited downloads, and therefore weak revenue. Ahmedabad and Bhopal, mid-level circulation but growing downloads. With the right digital push, these cities could become the revenue engine. So the pattern is clear. Advertisers are aligning revenue not just with circulation but with digital readiness and engagement. Downloads are becoming as important as print copies. So now we are going to discuss about our digital pilot. Our pilot may have been shelved, but look at this: 68 6,83,000 downloads across platform in just a few years. A poorly executed app For a poorly executed app, that's a huge number. It shows that there is a market hungry for our content, but we fail to give them good digital experience. We can see that here WhatsApp push and mobile app beta drop over 60% of adoption, and average bounce rate is 65.7%, which means a weak user experience. And we can see that the Ahmedabad is the strongest for the engagement efficiency, while Delhi and Patna are the weakest. And here the message is clear: the pilot proved the demand, but execution failed. Now we are going to compare digital readiness and performance. This chart here compares digital readiness versus performance city by city. Cities like Bhopal, Ahmedabad, and Lucknow show high digital readiness, strong smartphone usage, and good internet penetration, Yet our performance there is a little weak. This gap here is an opportunity. If we research correctly, there are cities where digital can be succeed fastest, and ad revenue and circulation ROI. When we plot ROI, the story is dark. High circulation cities are not giving high ad returns. Jaipur, for example, prints heavily, but the revenue impact flats. Meanwhile, cities with modest circulation with higher digital engagement like Patna show better ROI, which proves we cannot print our way back to profitability. And this slide compares the digital ROI, the engagement efficiency, circulation ROI, and some of revenue. The detailed ROI and comparison reinforces the same insight. The cities with lower print volumes actually give higher returns because of stronger advertiser confidence. The lesson here is profitability depends on efficiency and engagement, not just scale. The clear takeaway is this: our best returns do not come from where we print the most, but from where the engagement is. Especially digital engagement is strongest. This tells us the road to profitability isn't printing copies anymore. It's reducing the print waste, optimizing the circulation where it still matters, and doubling down the digital channels that improve ROI over time. And digital relaunch city prioritization. So, where should we focus first? Our analysis here points to three different cities: Ahmedabad, Bhopal, and Lucknow, which has high readiness score, high engagement efficiency, and low average bounce rate. These cities are digitally ready, but our print performance here is weak. That makes them perfect test grounds for digital relaunch. Now, the digital strategy. Our phased digital strategy contains three phases. So, first is targeted relaunch and optimization. So, as I said earlier, Ahmedabad, Bhopal, and Lucknow are highest ready cities with a high readiness score, high engagement efficiency, and low average bounce rate. Here, we should develop and launch a revamped mobile-first platform with higher user experience. And the focus is here is to fix usability issues, optimize my WhatsApp delivery, and create a seamless interface. Now, at the same time, if we optimize print also, like in cities like Delhi, Jaipur, Kanpur, and Patna, and also Mumbai, we can see we can see a streamlined print operations in high volume market to maximize the profitability. And here we should focus on reducing the print waste, optimize distribution, and secure revenue from top ad category. We can see that in most of the cities, waste is really high compared to the net circulation. And in cities like Delhi, Jaipur, and Kanpur, we can see that the net circulation and copies sold is actually really high, but the waste generated is also high. If we reduce the number of copies printed and the waste will reduce, so we can increase the profitability here. Now, the second phase is diversify content. Content diversification will um, short videos, podcasts, infographics, and regional language content will cater to modern consumption habits. And diversifying content and revenue streams, new content formats, and delivery method is our second phase. So the third phase is scale and monetize. Sorry, scale the successful digital model to other cities and fully monetizing the platform through subscriptions or royalty programs. While an engaged audience and proven model, the digital final phase involves expanding the platform's reach and scale, building direct revenue streams to ensure long-term sustainability. we roll out the successful digital model to remaining cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Patna, and also introduced revenue models to diversify income and reduce ad dependency. And regaining advertisement trust. To rebuild the advertiser trust, we need to do two things: double down on our strongest categories and government and real estate, but with digital offerings. Tailoring solutions for high value advertisement in government and real estate will help in rebuilding the advertiser trust, and also providing a transparent data. The real engagement metrics, not just print claims. The advertiser will pay if they see proof of digital ROI. So, changes to content format or delivery. Our content has also always been strong, but the format will change. With these revenue feedbacks, these feedbacks and comments from the customers, we can see that the readers want short form videos, interactive graphics, podcast, mobile first news. We must meet them where they are, on their phones, in their regional language. So, role of a subscription bundling, loyalty programs, or paper article. Beyond ads, we must build direct revenue from the readers. Subscriptions, loyalty programs, even micropayments for single articles. These models diversify income and reduce our dependency on advertising. Subscription bundling, by offering bundle that includes both digital subscription and loyalty programs, Bharat Herald can tap into two revenue streams at once. A paper article. This model could be tested in a few select cities to gauge a user interest. It's a good option only for highly specialized or exclusive content, allowing Bharat Herald to generate revenue from the premium content without forcing users to commit full subscription. Loyalty program. A loyalty program can increase customer lifetime value and create a direct relationship with the audience. We can see that direct reader revenue diversifies the income and lowers the ad dependency. Leveraging local influencers or journalists to re-establish digital credibility in the market. In regional market, we know that trust is everything. Partnering with respected journalists and influencers will help us rebuild credibility and expand reach in communities where print once dominated. So, this includes three steps. Identifying the top performing cities. Identify the city which are more critical for the business. This is where the initial focus should be for the influencer partnership. Now then, re-engage with the key journalists. Bharat Herald should identify their most respected and well-known local journalists and empower them to create digital-first content. Partnership with influencers. By partnering with local influencers who have strong digital following, Bharat Herald can tap into new audience and build credibility in regional market. From survival to sustainability. To wrap up, the decline, sorry, decline in print is irreversible, but clear demand for Bharat Herald journalism exists. In the digital space, by executing this phase for transformation, starting with a targeted relaunch, diversifying content, and scaling monetization, the organization can build a sustainable and profitable future. So these are the contents that I use to understand what happened to the uh, print industry during the COVID times in India and all over the world. And thank you.